The Majestic Tantra That Is Unwritten. The first of the 17 Upadesha Instruction Section Tantras, translated by Christopher Wilkinson and read by Angus Cargill. The basic scene. I bow to the Blessed One, the one who reveals the vision of his body in its vastness. On one occasion, I revealed these words. None of the Tantras are to be explained. They are not to be spoken. They have passed into the space where there are no demarcations and are not to be described. All of the transmissions are not to be revealed. They have passed into the space of non-contrivance and are not to be sought after or to be worked for. All of the Upadesha instructions are not to be exemplified. They have passed into a space that is not polluted and are not to be worked toward. Ema. Listen, O entourage of holy visionaries. The awareness of the way things are is unhindered within the awareness of apparent methods. This is clear. These words have not previously been spoken from out of the abode of awareness. In the present, they are not being spoken. In the future, they will not be spoken. On one occasion, I heard these words. At the time when an awareness of the force arises without hindrance within the sky of self-apparent reality, our teacher dwells in a space in which he is ornamented by his own invisible body. He is there in a single company with his entourage, the majestic visionaries of the invisible. Then, and at that time, they have ideas in their minds, and they address him with these words. Master of awareness, listen. What is the intent of the view of the Buddhas? What is the meaning of their contemplations? Please teach us a transmission. Please make for us a method. So the inquirers do brilliantly inquire of him. Then again, from out of that invisible space, the awareness that has no teacher gives instructions. O entourage of visionaries who seem to be non-existent, listen well. I have no intention of delineating the view of self-originating wisdom. There is nothing that has gone into the past. There is nothing that will appear in the future. There is nothing whatever that is apparent in the present. There is no karma. There are no habitual tendencies. There is no ignorance. There is no mind. There is no thought. There is no knowledge. There is no samsara. There is no nirvana. Even awareness itself does not exist. There is also nothing that is entirely visible. I have no life within self-originating wisdom, so I am beyond the limitations of virtue and evil. I have no work or task that comes out of this self-originating wisdom, so I am beyond both external objects and an internal mind. I do not move from the base of my self-originating wisdom, so I cut through any ideas about its appearance. I have no joining with or separation from self-originating wisdom, so my body is actually self-appearing. I am beyond the limitations of seeing or envisioning self-originating wisdom, so I am beyond all objectives. I do not calculate self-originating wisdom, so I am beyond taking things in and holding on to them. I am beyond both external and internal with regard to self-originating wisdom, so I am truly beyond both faults and virtues. Ema. I am primordially cleansed from any delusions regarding self-originating wisdom, so I do not go beyond the extremes of being and non-being. I have no dharma regarding self-originating wisdom, so I am beyond any methods. I have not created any cause for self-originating wisdom, so I am beyond any knowledge. E ma ho. I do not reject either emptiness or appearance, so I am perfect. I for myself do not reject either the way things are or the means by which they appear, so I am perfect. I for myself do not reject either objects or the mind, so I am perfect. I for myself do not reject either life or sacrifice, so I am perfect. I for myself do not reject either evil or its full maturation, so I am perfect. I for myself do not reject either a self or a grasping to one, so I am perfect. I for myself do not reject either conceptualizations or entities, so I am perfect. I for myself do not hinder any vision or any doing of practices, so I am perfect. I for myself do not reject either knowledge or the act of holding on to it, so I am perfect. I for myself do not reject either creation or destruction, so I am perfect. Kiema. I have no birth or death, so I have completely perfected the Dharma of cessation. I have no outside or inside, so I have completely perfected the Dharma of transparency. I have no emptiness or any thingness, so I have completely perfected the Dharma of appearance. I have no object to visualize, so I have completely perfected the objects in my vision. I have no body or mind, so I have completely perfected the Dharma of self-evidence. I have no self or other, so I have completely perfected the 5 Dharmas of the awareness. I have no reason for my creation, so I have completely perfected the great jhana meditations. I have no country to which I would go, so I have completely perfected the country that is self-apparent. I have no position or preference, so I have completely perfected the wisdom of transparency. I have nothing that would obstruct my appearance, so I have completely perfected the 3 Dharmas of my dominion. I have no one or two, so I have completely perfected the Dharma of the circle. I have no darkness or illumination, so I have completely perfected the Dharmas of true illumination. I have no duality with the understanding that there is a self, so I have completely perfected the Dharma of emptiness. I have no duality with filth, so I have completely perfected the 5 Dharmas of cleanliness. I am self-evident in 5 bodies, so I have completely perfected the reality of my field and domain. I have no expansion or contraction, so I have completely perfected the meanings of the writings. I have no rival. I am victorious over everyone. I have no word that contrives me. I am superior to everyone. I have no objects to look at. I pervade everything. I have no place to live. I am the supporter of everyone. I have no mind that is empty. I overwhelm everything. I have no heart that remembers. I am engaged in everything. I have no real hope. I am spacious throughout all things. I have no crevasses. I beam out through all things. I have no objects of delusion. I am a majestic appearance. I have no cause for practice. I am a practice that may resemble anything. I have no place to go. I have gone to the other side of everything. I have neither a deed nor a doer. I appear individually. My mind is the origin of everything, and is the envisioner of delusion. It is present in all things, so the envisioner of delusion is my own heart. It illuminates everything, so the appearance of delusion is my own body. It echoes through everything, so the appearance of delusion is my own speech. Unhindered vision is evident as if it was my own form. Unhindered hearing echoes forth as if it was my own voice. Unhindered smelling is felt as if it was my own scent. Unhindered experience is savory, as if it was my own taste. Unhindered feelings hurry around as if they were my own thoughts. My secret emotional problems are my own miracles. Buddhas and sentient beings are my own place of burial. I am the creator of everything. My appearance is a majestic self-luminosity. When it was the invisible beginning of time, the maker of the sacrifice was the unhindered six consciousnesses which hurry through. The maker of remembrance was the unhindered six senses arising in abundance. Through the movement of the five unfettered winds, the palace of unsurveyed appearance is stamped with a seal. The five bodies that are primordially pure are neither to be joined with nor parted from. When we do not crave for any method, appearances are beautiful in their fullness. The five bodies have no attachments. They have no outside or inside. The majestic expanse has a body of purity. The appearance of majestic emptiness is self-evident, so we go to the other side, into a place where there is no going. The field of practice for majestic emptiness is self-luminous. We see the Buddhahood that is not a conceptualization as being solitary. It was not created. We cut through the ropes of samsara's material things. Every Buddhist is also ornamented with this one body. The karma of wisdom is a majestic pervasion, so it is superior. Kiema. If we delight in the rites of killing and sacrificing, a majestic illumination will be shining. If we emancipate all living beings, we will meet with the mother of self-illumination. If we cut through cause and result at the root, we will purify the six causes and the three effulgences. When we cut the ropes of the continuum of virtue, we will be close to the lineage of the Lamb. When we are done with outer and inner tasks, our vision will be stamped with a seal. When we have no view or meditation that clings to a mind, the embodiment of the Dharma will be a real thing. When we have purified the three effulgences of the view, the things that appear will be spaces for our bodies. When we have no distractions that are things to be done and the doers of them, reality will be a state of bliss. When we sit alone and at ease, the three effulgences will appear in our bodies. When we understand that directness is a friend, we will be in the unified state of contentment. If we remain there continually, what will we have to do there? Majestic illumination abides perfectly within everyone. This is indeed the real substance of the secret mantra. From the very secret Tantra of the Unwritten, this is Chapter 1, the basic scene. The basic promise in our contemplation. Then the true nature of our awareness enters into the equanimity of a contemplation of clarity, in which nothing whatever is hindered. Then the master, who appears as if he were non-existent, addresses it with these words: Kiema, please speak on the majestic purity of the illumination of the body of the awareness, the grand dwelling place for the contemplations on the awareness used by the most perfect Buddha. That is what he asked. Then the awareness of the way things are gives instruction to the entourage who have the methods to appear there. Kiema, O entourage that appears without having any cause to appear, listen. I will teach the Dharma of illumination, which is not shadowed by any obstructing position. Do not be distracted regarding the purport of extreme illumination. Listen. The magnificent root contemplation will be put into a system using an enumeration of 4. This being so, look at this. When we teach the wisdom of the awareness without error, there is the majestic transmission of the unchanging root. There is the majestic illumination of spacious reality. There is the majestic coordination of our self-originating views. There is the majestic spike letter of the unchanging. There is the majestic protection of something that is difficult to identify. There is the majestic mirror that is difficult to view. There is the majestic pathway that is difficult to travel over. There is the majestic country that is difficult to live in. There is the majestic place that is difficult to go to. There is the majestic appearance that appears as if it did not exist. There is the majestic bottomlessness that is difficult to fathom. There is the majestic primordial glow that is not encompassed by anything. There is the majestic conceptualization in which majestic knowledge lacks for one to perform the sacrifice, and one for whom the object and the awareness are non-dual. There is the majestic illumination in which there are no material things. There is the total pervasion in which we are unchanging. There is the majestic subtlety that is difficult to apprehend. There is the majestic greatness that is not to be seen. There is the majestic roundness that has no shape. There is the majestic commotion that has no breath. There is the majestic clarity that is present in colors. There is the majestic retreat on what does not exist. There is the majestic illumination that is difficult to investigate. There is the majestic appearance that is empty. There is the majestic unity, the vastness of which is not limited. There is the total perfection that appears to be a duality. There is the majestic beauty that has no ornament. There is the majestic fullness that is empty. There is the majestic maturation of what is not perfect. There is the majestic resemblance to a body that does not go or come. E ma ho. This is a majestic contemplation that is very secret. So we must dwell within the thusness of our own way of sitting, the majestic way of being, in which our wisdom is in a single solitary circle, is such that we will not succeed by looking at anything in terms of a position. Furthermore, O child of good family, this is beyond any big city. You must live in the solitude of the majestic space of the forest. You must be free from both outer and inner works. If we are not without the 4 majestic demeanors of the view, we will not be lost from the Buddha's truth, and without any bardo, we will instantaneously attain Buddhahood. And so we will not block up the door of compassion, but we will create majestic manifestations in the 10 directions. Furthermore, you must understand these things. There is the view in which the mountain is content. There is the contemplation in which the ocean is content. There are the teachings of the Upadesha instructions, in which awareness is content. There are the teachings on the methods by which appearances are naked. Maho. The practices of the majestic Buddhas do not move away from these 4 ways of letting ourselves be content. I teach that there is no other way for Buddhahood to appear. The view by which a mountain is content is truly secret. We do not have any doubts. We are inherently unchanging. Moreover, this is totally obvious when we are in the state of being the sky. This awareness that is the essence of our purpose was not created. Where would there be anyone who is its creator? It is not contrived. There is no one who ordained it. It is not a view. It is beyond the dharmas that make up views. It is not a vision. It is completely clear of things that make us see. It is not an illuminator. It is beyond the positions of things that are illuminated. It is not written. It pervades the 10 directions without impediment. It is not a quest. It is beyond the dharmas of searching and practice. It is not singular. It is beyond the dharmas of plurality. It has no outside or inside, so it is transparent and has no inside or outside. It is not something that makes up a view. It is beyond both permanence and annihilation. There is no view for this, so there is no looking at it. Without going beyond what it means to have a view, we inherently have no view. This is not something that exists. We must be present in its state. As for the contemplation in which the ocean is content, it is not something that appears. It is not something that makes things appear. It is not empty. It is not something that exists as emptiness. It is not a clarity. It is a country of majestic clarity. It is not a depression. It is inherently without wildness. It does not move. It has not moved. It will not move. It is unshakable. It does not shake. It is beyond all shaking. It was not brought forth by any creator. It is a view that is a majestic means of settling ourselves. It does not expand or contract. It is the state of a unified contentment. It is not something that remains anywhere, and it does not leave anything behind. Secret wisdom is like an ocean. It is spontaneously smooth from the primordial. Come into the dominion of the unshakable. Through the magnificent ocean that is difficult to plumb or fathom, see the tip of the victory banner that does not fail. There is no mind that is empty. The body of majestic non-contrivance has no creator, so it is victorious over all creation. This is self-originated from the beginning. It is a truly uncontrived contentment. It is not changed by appearances. It is not contrived by the intellect. When reality is present within the sky, it is revealed to be our true contemplation. When the embodiment of the Dharma brilliantly abandons thoughts about wisdom, there will be nothing that would make it change. This is the inspiration of our meditation. When we do not cling to any positions that we may visualize, it is like the planets and the stars arising in the depths of the ocean. The transparent aspect of our non-changing is unhindered. So this is the way to sit for our contemplations. These are the Upadesha instructions for the contentment of our awareness. This is our secret heart. It brilliantly overwhelms our eyes. We investigate without joining it or parting from it. Our dominion emerges from the two corners of our eyes. The light is subtle. It emerges as an entwinement. The essence that comes from it manifests as in the lineage of the Lamb. It appears to be accompanied by a body. As for the contemplation in which we cut through to a single illumination, we seek out a settling place for our awareness. This is the greatest secret of the secrets. Our illumination is liberated into the other side of our power. We do not clench at this out of attachment. It is self-evident. Through this, there is the body of the true secret mantra. It is brilliantly clear to the lineage of the Lamb. Through taking it to be 5 by 5, we encompass everything. This is also described as something that arises as a multitude. For those who are wise in the methods of the illumination of the awareness, the pathways of the secret mantra are multitudinous. The bodies of the Buddhas are multitudinous. The intellect that conceptualizes delusion is inconceivable. The objects of our visualizations are entirely pure. So the embodiment of the Dharma has no thoughts. The embodiment into form is revealed to include thoughts. I myself am the self-illumination of the awareness. The Dharmas that I demarcate are a state that is beyond speech. Secret wisdom is me. I have no attachments. The mandala of my speech is majestic. In true contentment, everything is whole. The wisdom of the awareness is pervasively encompassing, so the 5 conditions for illumination are luminous as light. The solitary circle is uncomplicated. The particulars of our intellects are beyond speech, and the clarity of their magnificent illumination is brilliantly majestic. The single body of wisdom is revealed to be illuminated in all things. It has neither any filth, nor any subtlety, or grossness. The wisdom of our awareness melts into the space of our bodies. The 5 unhindered lights appear as our objects. They are perfected in their unity. We are aware that there is no plurality. The awareness of transparency appears to be my own 5 bodies. Secret wisdom is a space for my body. Reality has dwelt within emptiness from the beginning. The luminescent aspect of awareness beams out into the 10 directions. Contentment is a necessity for the O. Our perspective is present in this way. As for the magnificent method of letting appearances be naked, it is the basis for every majestic appearance. It resembles the Buddhas of the 5 elements. The 5 great ones are in fact obvious in the appearance of our mother. Come into the majestic non-grasping that is in the state of non-distraction. The majestic secret mantra is the 5 great wisdoms. Use the 5 great ones to come into the dominion of the unmoving. To let the awareness of Vajrasattva be naked, we reveal that everything is an appearance of the embodiment of the Dharma. The appearance of pure wisdom appears to be naked, so the secret method of settling things is the state of the method in which we let things be naked. In the appearance of our bodies, we do not reject the 5 elements. This is not a rejection. Come into what it means to be in this state. The spacious space of reality has been determined to be the majestic appearance of nakedness. Do not visualize a reason to meditate on the great perfection. The great gathering place for our views is the lamp of our dominion. The place we are carried in our meditations is revealed to the lineage of the Lamb. It is where we are not separated from the great practice ground of our practice, where our three aspects are said to be our own essentiality. The contemplation of the Buddha is a space of greatness where there is nothing to do. We do not go beyond this. Reality is not to be worked towards. We do not leave this. This is the view of the secret mantra. From the great Tantra on what is unwritten, which is a majestic secret, this is Chapter 2, the basic promise in our contemplation. Revealing the uncreated Dharma to the awareness that is not deluded. Then, from out of the unchanging space of the awareness, the palace that is ornamented by reality, the magnificent embodiment of awareness, which is an unchanging wisdom, utters these words. This country, that is a majestic total purity of natural appearance, is blazing in its clarity, so the palace of our body dwells within the unchanging. The appearance of disciples who are deluded is an unlimited roughness, so I bring forth a multitude of compassions that do not do anything. The appearance of the spaciousness of reality is a glorious clarity. From a single thing that has no wisdom, there arise a multitude. This is a majestic appearance. There appears to be a secret country. The majestic illumination of our bodies is indeed multitudinous. Our speech is unhindered, so we are able to do something meaningful. The light from the Buddha's body is inconceivable. The contraction and expansion of the circle blaze like rays of brilliance. The works of the majestic secret mantra are all, with none excepted, beaming out individually. From the beginning, we do not join with or part from the four methods of settling ourselves. E ma ho. The secret mantra itself abides within the secret mantra itself. Through wisdom itself, we transform into a majestic wisdom. All reality appears to be centers and peripheries. The Buddha, who directly perceives the unborn, sees the appearances that are completely pure without making objects out of them. His body and wisdom on their own behalf are inherently non-existent. From out of emptiness there blazes the light of the heart of wisdom. It is not a darkness, it is a majestic illumination. Then there is the majestic appearance of the invisible. So the embodiment of awareness is truly visible to the lineage of the Lamb. And so it asks a question with these words. Kie ma. Secret awareness is accompanied by light, so please reveal to us the vision of transparency. This is what it asked. Then, from the majestic country where awareness encompasses the sky, these words were proclaimed. Kie ma. O entourage who are visible, listen carefully. I have no delusions with regard to pure awareness. You may ask why this is so. The awareness that embodies the lineage of the Lamb has never experienced delusion in the past. In the present, it is not deluded. It is not possible that it be deluded in the future. For these reasons, it is the undeluded Buddha. The lamp of purity for this dominion was not created in the past. It is not being created in the present. It will not be created in the future. For these reasons, it is called an uncreated Dharma. So it is said, it is a majestically uncontrived excellence. It is a majestically unpolluted base. It is a majestically unaltered vision. It has the identity of these three majesties. This is called teaching the uncreated Dharma to the undeluded Buddha. Now, this embodiment of the lineage of the Lamb, this Vajra awareness, has never been present in any entourage in the past. It is not possible that it be present in any entourage in the present. It will not be present in any entourage in the future. This lamp of the purity of our dominion has never experienced separation from sentient beings in the past. It is impossible that it be separate from sentient beings in the present. It will not be separated from us in the future. For these reasons, appearances arise from out of the invisible. Now the embodiment of the lineage of the Lamb, this Vajra awareness, has never experienced Buddhahood in the past. It is impossible that it become a Buddha in the present. It will not become a Buddha in the future. It will not become a Buddha in the future. This lamp of the purity of our dominion has never experienced dwelling within sentient beings in the past. It is impossible that it dwell within us in the present. It will not dwell within us in the future. For these reasons, when something is not presented in the scriptures, it will be exemplified in the Upadesha instructions. So it is said. E Maho, the pair of Buddhas and sentient beings have never experienced separation in the past. It is impossible that they be separated in the present. They will not be separated in the future. For these reasons, there are no delusions in the scriptures. Delusions appear in the Upadesha instructions. So it is said. All sentient beings live in samsara, but we have not seen any real samsara in the past. We do not see it in the present. We will not see it in the future. For these reasons, we may have an understanding of reality, but we do not understand the people. So it is said. The Vajra body of the properly perfected Buddha was not understood in the past. It is not understood in the present. It will not be understood in the future. For these reasons, even though the Buddha does not have any conceptualizations, he conceptualizes the way things appear. So it is said. I am teaching that there are no big holidays for Buddhas and sentient beings. The way of being of awareness has no delusion within it, but the methods of illuminating it appear as if they were deluded. For these reasons, the Buddhas and sentient beings do not move away from a single base. So it is said. E Maho, contemplate this. The space of the sky is non-dual. Vajrasattva's secret mantra is an embodiment of awareness. It is not permanent, and it is absolutely not annihilated. It is not empty, and it is not transparent by its very nature. It is not an accordant cause. Illumination is pure in its own place. It is not a way of happening. It is the complete perfection of the ways that things happen. It is not a way of giving birth. The way of illumination appears to be dual. Reality is free from both names and correctness. The recognition of the pure sky is beyond everything. The appearance of an A is unborn, and it is unrecognized. The non-dual wisdom of purity shines in the sky. It does not hinder works and deeds. We absolutely do not have any visualizations. True natures do not exist. They are like the reflections in a mirror. This is unhindered, and it has no hindrance. It is present in the hearts of everyone. The secret way of being is so. Kie, the illumination of our bodies is unhindered. The playfulness of our speech may teach anything at all. Do not exist anywhere. The deeds and actions of our awareness are not hindered. The ideas in our minds are multitudinous. From the great secret that is the Tantra That Is Unwritten, this is Chapter 3, revealing the uncreated Dharma to the awareness that is not deluded. The ultimate illumination. Then again, the awareness, which is not created by any cause, gave instruction to the all-good Mother, who is of an uncreated transmission. At that time, we used the method of unhindered illumination to listen. Kie, the visible lineage is endowed with a majestic wisdom. It is beyond any visualization. The embodiment of the lineage of the Vajra Lamb is an inestimable, majestic illumination. The body, the circle, the embodiment of the half-circle, the wisdom, the embodiment of wisdom as form, the light, the beaming out and reconvening of the light, the flickering that has no breath, the multitude of things that have no minds, and the body that has no life, are gathered here. The pure lamp for this dominion is like this. It has its own luminescence. It is not covered over. It has an aspect of clarity that does not have any object. It has a fence which was not built. It has a circumference that is not drawn out. It has a country that has not been surveyed. It has an illumination that has not been organized. Further, we are present where our dominion and our awareness are neither joined with nor parted from. This is the majestic appearance of a land we do not visualize. It is lacking in any areas of filth, and from this essence our cause is awakening. Our condition is purity. Our objectivity is unhindered. We are self-liberated and are together with our own essence. We are beyond the 6 objects. The 5 great ones are pure in our dominion. We are not distractible. We have no conditions, so we are liberated into a majestic condition. Through having nothing to view, we are greatly astonished. Through having no position, we stop creating views. Kiema. Through our illumination, inconceivable numbers of bodies appear. We are whole within a space in which we do not abandon the conventionality of plurality. The bodies of the Buddhas are brilliantly multitudinous, so we do not move away from our essence. We teach many things. When we have gone beyond samsara, we will have exemplified nirvana. We simply do not move away from the illumination of the embodiment of the Dharma. We are totally luminous and bedazzling. The embodiment of awareness is a great equanimity. This is the aspect of its transparency. We will see the great vastness of the appearance of a Vajra body. As for me, I have brilliantly gone beyond the Creator himself. From the Tantra That Is Unwritten and is a great secret, this is Chapter 4, the ultimate illumination. revealing the grounds for deviation there are in words about the great perfection. Then again, from out of the pure space where there are no objects, which is inclusive of the inconceivable number of heaps that do appear, the awareness of methods gave instruction to the knowledge of power, and because the pure sky was not in balance, it listened very well. Kye. There are no writings on the way to exemplify this illumination. It is beyond all words. It is inherently lacking in anything to be said. It is inherently lacking in any differential demarcations. There is no object. There is no mind. There are no writings. For these reasons, there is no Tantra. There is no transmission. There are not any Upadesha instructions. This is beyond all words. It is empty of having anything to say. E ma ho. The appearance of the Dharma is lacking any ka. I do not have any letters. I do not have any birth. From the beginning, I have not had the letter a. I have no abode that would be obstructed. I am by nature without the letter om. I have neither any joining nor parting, so I have indeed exhausted the letter hum. I am by nature empty of the names for the letters there are in the multitudinous appearances there are in anybody. The characteristics of the secret mantra are brilliantly clear. So where are the real things that are the letters? Solitary Buddhahood is brilliantly illuminating. It has no demarcations. There are no writings of any kind. Awareness itself has no cause. So where would there be any letters to generate it? The embodiment of wisdom is perfect in itself. So it does not have even the perfect ah. The solitary circle is totally fulfilling, so it does not even have a name for compound letters. Its appearance is unpolluted and is totally perfect, so it is proclaimed to have no combined letters. The body of our awareness does not have any substance, so it does not have the 3 syllables. This awareness that is ornamented by 5 lights does not have any real color, so there will not be any colors for the letters. In the lineage of the Lamb, which is spinning around, there is nothing that would appear to be a shape, so we do not wish that it would have the shape of a letter. Awareness may be either substantial or insubstantial, so we have no wish for a self that is aware. The body of awareness is non-dual, so where would there be any taking in or holding on to letters? Awareness has no 1 or 2, so I do not believe that there are any stages or paths for letters. The illumination of the awareness is self-perfecting, so I do not believe there are any real compounds made of letters. Self-awareness does not have any substance to exemplify or to be used for an analogy, so I do not see any analogies for letters. The body of awareness has no filth, so I am not obstructed by the filth of letters. Self-awareness has no virtue or evil, so it is beyond both the virtues and evils of letters. E ma ho. The reality of being unwritten is pure. Any designation for either the causes or the impacts of letters does not exist. I brilliantly teach that the causes for the letters are multitudinous, so letters in themselves are meaningless. There are not any meanings in the letters. My own awareness does not depend on the Dharma. My body is not to be seen through using the meanings of letters. The self-originating wisdom which is at the beginning does not depend on any causes or conditions. I do not work toward there being any causes or conditions for letters. From the beginning, the three bodies are self-perfecting, so I do not depend on bunches of letters. The Tantras, transmissions, and even the Upadesha instructions do depend on bunches of letters. So the Tantras and transmissions are obstructing me. The highest Lord is truly stainless. He has no rival. He is a Buddha. So I do not live within the meaning of some letter. The king of self-originating awareness does not depend on words that are exaggerations or depreciations. Words and letters are poison for me. To begin with, in a great ground of bondage, we do not find any enlightenment of words. I am not to be characterized by writings. During the interim, in a great ground of movement, we have neither hope nor fear. So it is not correct to reject or accept letters. The illumination of the awareness is not something that is calculable, so even the 42 letters in the ultimate intent do not exist. In the mandala of the light of the five bodies, there is not even one letter to be put up. My appearance is pure. So by my very nature I am without any letters that might be illuminated or translated. Secret awareness is spontaneously perfected. It does not have even a single name for any letter. In the illumination of the secret mantra Ati, letters of demarcation do not exist. The Ati is a magnificent self-perfection. It is lacking in the letters of delusion. From the great secret that is the Tantra That Is Unwritten, this is Chapter 5, revealing the grounds for deviation there are in words about the great perfection. Revealing the testament of the great perfection. Then again, our awareness of reality that is neither joined with nor parted from rises up from the great illumination that is the illumination of natural clarity, and gives instruction to the All-Good One, the continuum of illumination. Kie, brilliantly abandon all your signs, letters, and conventionalities. Look at the appearance of your own body. Do not be attached to all your external enjoyments. In dense forests where there are no friends, dwell upon this very thing. Look right at the positionless appearance of emptiness. If you want to apprehend the base of original purity, which is extremely difficult to apprehend, receive the embodiment of the lineage of the Lamb as your Vajra family. If you want to roll the dominion that has no birth or death into a unity, look right at the lamp of this completely pure dominion. If you want to live alone without any friends, do not lose the contemplation in which we allow appearances to be naked. If you want to move through the sky without any feet, study and search for the Upadesha instructions on the contentment of the awareness. If you want to be pristine, to have no outside or inside, always remain within the contemplation of the contentment of the ocean. If you want to attain the inspiration of original pristineness, perfected into a unity, do not leave behind the true significance of the four contentments. If you want to appear in a magically apparent pure realm, do not lose the lamp that is a true awareness of your dominion. This has been proclaimed to be the supreme method for birthlessness. Ema, appearances that have no substance, are most amazing, but they are obstructed by the 5 gross elements. This cannot be made evident by those who lack the transmission. The essence of self-evident awareness is spontaneously bedazzling. It is obscured by our subtle emotional problems. So we cannot make it permanent. The appearances we make by structuring reality glow in their clarity. Excuse me. If we are obstructed by a multitude of various practices, we will not perceive this directly. Further, it is difficult to apprehend the essence of our awareness. We will succeed by relaxing with the effulgence of wisdom. The dominion of the awareness is unchanging, but we will succeed when we have exhausted the conditions there are for the force of our awareness. The true nature of the awareness encompasses all things, but the embodiment of the Dharma touches on the instructions. From the great secret of the Tantra that is unwritten, this is Chapter 6, revealing the testament of the great perfection. The awareness of the way things are says to the entourage that has methods to give, the great Tantra that is an unwritten secret, the Tantra on the victory banner of precious jewels, the Tantra on the heritage of kings, the Tantra on the view that is equal to the end of the sky, is finished. The majestic Tantra that is unwritten, the Tantra on the victory banner of precious jewels, the Tantra that is the heritage of kings, the Tantra on the view that is equal to the end of the sky,